Hey guys, good afternoon. How you doing? I did sell off my Tesla position earlier today. Remember, I actually had a forecast of around $803. Somewhere actually, I mean, I'll see if I can get all the stuff that I deleted back. Can I? Let me see. 851. Sorry, I deleted a whole bunch of stuff. Just want to make sure that everybody knows that I wasn't kidding. 551. Undo. There we go. So sorry about that. I had to go back a little bit, but I did have my original forecast at 803 back from August 23rd, and it ended up being right. I mean, we actually ended up hitting these highs of 799 yesterday. So I figured, you know what, I'm close enough. I don't want to risk Tesla dropping, so I sold everything. I sold my position. It was a small position, around I think it was like 5K. So I ended up making somewhere like, I think like a little bit under $1,000, like $800 from the swing that I did on Tesla. But what I really wanted to get into, and now I can actually delete these, right? Because I mean it's there. So what I really wanted to get into now is that Tesla is looking to actually close a bear month pretty soon, which is pretty exciting, because it hasn't done this since back in, the most recent was back in August 1st of 2019, and that's when it absolutely exploded, back from pre-split, like I think $180 to almost like $3,000 or something, right? So it's about to do the same thing again, and I actually don't know how much it can actually run to the upside, because right now it's looking like it's going to close the week bearish, depending on how the movement is the rest of the week. But so far it's been continuing on trend pretty well. And the thing is, so we'll do this, right? Oh, sorry. So we'll do this. Basically, trend is pretty good to the upside. But here we go. See, the thing is though, on the monthly bear closes, like these prices can be pretty insane when it comes to forecasts, right? So the only thing that I can really forecast on this last monthly move, but keep in mind these monthly moves are absolutely insane, right? And I usually do these based off of actual price as opposed to percentage, because there's no way that there's no way that Tesla does another 1,800% in what, 2 years or so from here. I really doubt that it's going an 18x from these highs of 777. Absolutely no way that it does that. But I can definitely see another $854 move to the upside, possibly half of that. So once we close the month, right, I might say we even close it here. So let's just do current price. We'll do 500 and whatever days out, $854. 854 we'll do right there. So 854 would put it at a $1,600 price in like the next 522 days. Half of that would net it what, 427 bucks. So somewhere right here. So I think these would actually be pretty solid forecasts for the next 2 years or so. I mean, especially after Tesla closes the month bullish, I could definitely see, Tesla continuing its rally to the upside by, to that amount. And, we can kind of cross-reference that with the lows back here and forecast it off the fib, right? Whoops. And if we look at the actual forecast, come on. So if we look at the actual forecast, we can see that the 1 fib, right, the 1.618 is actually really, really, really close to that very first forecast of 854 that it ran up like that, right? So, or actually, sorry, 1359. So it's somewhere between the line between the first forecast and second. But I do think that Tesla can hit $1,200 strictly based off of just TA in the next 2 years or so. Like, it's definitely a big possibility, especially if it continues another solid run to the upside. So That can definitely happen within the next like couple of years or so. I would even go as far as maybe buying a $1,200 call for 2 years out to see if it even hits. Right, I would spend money on something like that, but it's just more speculation. Is it actually going to hit these numbers? I don't know. If I had to take a bet on it, I think it might actually hit. I think Tesla might see $1,200 in the next 2 years ago. I mean, 2 years, right? So 522 days roughly. So a year and a half. I would not be surprised to see Tesla at 1,200. By the year 2024. I can definitely see it happening. Especially if like if you use the fibs, you're looking something closer to like a 1359. Which is not really far away from the forecast, that I already have right now. So 1359 would be the actual forecast fib, and then forecasting it from 854 would be the move that it had back from 2019 till its peak in January 4th of this year, and then a 50% gain or a 50% cutoff from that 854 427 would give it a $1,200 price, which is another 50% increase from the prices that it has now. But again, super big speculation, but I would not be surprised if a move like this happens, strictly because historically, I mean, it already did that when it did that bear trigger or that bullish trigger on the monthly. So we'll see what happens in 2 years. If I'm right, fantastic. But I think even at these prices, I'd be pretty comfortable buying Tesla and holding it for at least another couple of years, because I think that they're still pretty solid. As long as they got good news coming out, I think they should be okay. Fundamentals are solid. But yeah, super crazy. I think Tesla can hit $1,200 in the next 2 years or so. So we'll see what happens. See you later, guys. Bye.